Hey everyone, today I'm with one of my clients, Katya, who we helped scale SEMA brand, and we're gonna dive deep into all of this. But before that, Katya, can you quickly introduce yourself and a bit about your brand?
So, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Katya, the brand director of SIMA. We are a beauty brand, D2C beauty brand. We are focused on hygiene, the drive and skincare, and the personal care product. And we're selling with D2C and Amazon, but we focus mainly on our main website, D2C.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a beautiful brand. I'm actually using your products like every day, and every day I have you in my mind, thinking about the creators, thinking about the brand.
And your skin is glowing.
Yeah, exactly. As you can see, I literally have like your boxes in my drawer, and like the SEMA, not the loofah, the Japanese exfoliating, and I'm using it every day. Even my partner is using it now, so we're actually like really, we love the brand, we love the products as well. But going into, what were the challenges you were facing before joining Boost Ecom Ads?
So before we were working with an agency that were doing everything for us, we decided to got performance marketing in intern, and to take care much more deeper about each creative, because we understood that it was very difficult to scale. We were doing nicely, but we wanted to grow and scale much more. So we felt the creative were not refreshing, maybe fast enough, maybe not a clear way how to have a data-driven structures. And I wanted to find a partner that I can really rely and help on the creative and really move fast.
Yeah, amazing. You were stuck a bit in the creative process, like you really wanted to scale. And since Andromeda, we all know that that's like the main aspect to focus on. And how did you hear about us?
So it was through recommendation in the ecom world.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Actually, a referral. Very nice. And what was the, there's so many agencies out there. What was the aspect or the element where you were like, okay, Boost Ecom Ads, let's try them out, let's give them a shot?
First of all, I have to say that I had a very good contact with you. I felt that you understand me, you understand all the D2C, how it works, like all the problematics that we can have, and I felt very confident that that we had a very good communication, that we can understand each other, and I liked the process, the plan you show me, and here we go.
Absolutely. And the rest is history. We've been working together for how many months now? Like
more than 6 months, I think.
7 months. And yeah, it all starts with a call, with a decision. We get to partner up, and then literally we can make wonders together. And I love that. Like, that's my passion. I mean, as you said, like the D2C space, like I have my own e-com store, so I understand the full process of like the front end, the back end. And I think that's what really sets us apart. Is like, I know what an e-com needs, and like I am super up to date with all the trends because I also need it for my brand. So it's like it's always, like we're on it, right? Like there's Andromeda. What do we need to do? What do we need to do next? And that's kind of, it shows with the results, right? So like, speaking of which, tell us a bit about that. How were, the results in terms of like before you joined and after you joined? What was the process like?
So the process, like we sat down with the team, we did a kind of brainstorm. I showed them the best practice. I showed them the competition. We deep dive into. We had one bestseller, but we have also some new product that we want to crack, and so we need to crack it together. So we analyze the audience together. Analyze the data driven. I think it was very important. And after we decided to set like a planning, what we start first, what we start next, and so each month we are sitting with Ben and we are decided what we want to do first, and I'm giving priority. He's coming up with some ideas. I'm giving him a lot of things as well, and so he helped me to prioritize, to say, hey, maybe this is better. So, and together we decide about the plan.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah, typically how we love to approach it is, week one, we do a deep dive research, understand the brand. As you remember, we did like a presentation. We do an execution of like, okay, this month we're going to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to test out these formats. And then we have tools like that ads that allow us to be always on top of the data, which is at the end of the day, what we care about, the performance of the ads, right? So it allows us to see like, okay, this one worked super well. This had like a really good hook. And then we're able to combine it and do variations off of it. And then we get winners. So it's been a really beautiful process in between. And Ben, our creative strategist, he loves SIMA brand. He loves working with you. Tell us a bit about, your process about working with the team. How was it in terms of speed, communication, support? How did you feel throughout the partnership so far?
I think communication is super smooth. Whenever I need something or to change priority, the team is very responsive. When I have some feedback, usually within 24 hours, I got everything. So this is very nice. I have to say, I know that I can trust that I will have of my new batch every week, and I have what I like. I'm not worried that it will come or not come. Yeah. So I know I will got it, and so I will have my refreshing ads. I'm also on it, as of course, because I'm the owner of the brand. So I'm coming up also say, hey, did you see this is coming up? Let's do another version. We are and Ben is really reactive about it. So I think this is the key of success. I feel that you are part of the team and not just an agency that work with us. You are part. You are with us, and I think it's very important that we have this synergy.
Absolutely. That's exactly how I why I started Boost Ecom Ads. Like I said, okay, like everyone needs creators, and we're kind of like your creative machine. But at the same time, we have like this partnership aspect. Like it's not like you pay us a fixed fee and that's it. Like we want you to grow, and that kind of like how I established the whole model, and basically approaching it as a partnership. Like, yeah, you want to hop on a call, we hop on a quick call. Like you want to change direction, we change the direction. Because I always say for an ecom to work, it's like you're baking a cake and you need all the ingredients to be perfect for it to like scale, right? You need the creatives to be great, of course, which is super important, but you also need the offer, the backend, the AOV, the LTV, everything to line up so it helps everything, right? And I think that's what made this case study possible. Like it wasn't just us, it was like us together, and you always going above and beyond, testing different ideas, getting new ideas, and like us being on it. And then that's what allowed to like scale it up. And speaking of which, maybe you can tell us a bit about the results we were able to achieve. Maybe you can share your screen and tell us about what we were able to achieve together.
So I can share my screen and explain what happened. So I think we start to work together around June, before the summer. And so we had like two months, I think, to start to understand each other. And at the end of the summers, we cracked, I think, and it was our first big success. We have one creative that starts to scale. And it's not only this creative, we did a lot of things in the shop, of course, but we had a great Q4, as you can see. And what is interesting is at the end of the year, we succeed also to improve the ROAS. So the together is like we succeed to have good advertising and scaling dramatically. And so I really think that you are part of the success. So this is why we're still continuing working together.
Absolutely. And it's important to note a lot of agencies, they come, the revenue goes up, they're like, yeah, we're making more money, but then the ROAS drops. And what's really important is that the revenue went up dramatically, but the ROAS actually went up as well. And as you said, it took a few, like those first 2 months we were testing, we were trying out, we were really understanding your audience. As soon as we cracked what makes the audience pop and like how to stand out in this competitive area, that's when it was like, okay, let's double down, let's do more. And then it just like it escalated, which is so exciting. And I'm so happy to be a part of this and be a part of the success. And what, in your eyes, what was the main, you would say, like factor that allowed this scaling? What happened?
I think like I told you before, the testing of new angles. Like we start to talk about a few trends that we saw with Ben, and they say, okay, I will do it like that. I share with him some content that I had. I say, yeah, let's do with that, and he makes together. Like we did a really teamwork.
Yeah.
I think you working alone and you don't know as much as me what is happening. So we need to work together.
Yeah.
And when I'm deeply involved with Ben and he can understand exactly what works, and so I can share, hey, this influencer made good things, and so we succeed to do together some very good ads, and that's the main things, the brainstorm and the way we can exchange the information. And so
yeah, the synergy, actually, this is what like it's basically putting our heads together.
I think so.
Yeah, amazing. And is there like maybe a memorable moment or success story you would like to share? Like maybe one moment you're like, yes, finally, this is it.
What I told you when I show you the graph, the beginning of I think end of the summers, we found this ads that starts to be one of the best, and is still one of the best in the accounts. And we crack it a lot, and so I think this was the first big moment here.
Absolutely,
were very exciting.
Exactly. Like sometimes we test, but all it takes is like one ad, one winner that will like scale the brand to a different level. Like and then obviously we iterate and we understand the exact concept and pain point that like worked in there. And who do you think Boost Ecom Ads is a good fit for?
I think for all, like it's a great fit for all the D2C brands that have a good product market fit and they want to scale. Like you need to prove yourself before a little bit, of course, but when you know that there is a good product fit, and so you really helps with how to crack it, how to make good ads, and so I think this is a good moment to start.
Absolutely. Yeah. Someone that's established, obviously, a bit, and then we just like put ourselves together and help them scale up. And what would you say to someone that is a bit on the fence or a bit skeptical about joining Boost Ecom Ads?
I think like everything, you need to try in order to see if you fit. Like I think there is some human things as well. I think we got a great fit as well. It's important to have a good fit and to pick the correct people. Some agencies sometimes are very good, but the communication are terrible, and it's not possible to work like that. And so I think I would say talk to Chloe. She will find a way how to make a test point, and and after you will show by results. The result this is at the end of the day. Every performance guy will check at the numbers.
Absolutely. And for future steps, how do you see this partnership evolving? And with Boost Ecom Ads, with your brand, how do you see the next steps going?
I have plans for us. We have other activities for like other than the brand. Already thinking how to integrate you to have some tests for other activities. We have a bigger project for this years and in coming years. So I'm really see you as a good partner that you can help to scale to. It's really refreshing. Like I really believe we are doing also creative in-house, but I really think that both we are pushing each other, and sometimes Ben say, "Hey, you did something good. Can I do that?" Like it's also pushing and a small competition, but healthy competition. And I think it's good because everybody is bringing something new in the brainstorm, and this is the way you grow. And so
that's actually an interesting point, because obviously there's a lot of brands that are established. They have their in-house creative team, and we tell them like, we come in as like an extension of the team. And then, as you said, there's that healthy competition where it's like, we can compare. There's always, in the creative field, there's always like, if you bring a new perspective or a new approach, it always helps out, right? Like if it's only one brain, sometimes the creative capacity is capped. And so the scalability is capped as well. And speaking of which, have you worked with other agencies before? How do you feel, we are a bit different from the other agencies you've worked with in the past?
So I worked with other agency before, and actually even that past month, I was also totally open with you and say now I'm starting to work with another agency in order to just compare and to bring more fresh things. And at the end of the day, I decided for now to stay with you and not continuing with them, for example. And it was very open, and I think it's healthy also and it was an healthy kind of competition that you win for now. But I think it's everything is all a matter of communication, dedicate the you want to succeed the success, and it's not just as the agencies that deliver. I work with a lot of agencies that were very high score about from Meta, from this, like on the top of the list, and at the end of the day, they just deliver. And not everybody are very involved and want the success. And what I love is that you are a kind of boutique agency. You are not one of the big names that Meta recommend, and it's good because I like your dedication, and you need to be an extension of my team. If not, it's not a part of the success. So that's why I do think this way is good, and that's why I have more project in mind that we will talk later.
Absolutely, absolutely. That sounds super exciting, Katya, and I'm so excited for the next steps as well. Like, this is just a start. I like to work with people long term because that's really when success starts. Like, we start understanding more each other, and like that's what I said at the start of the partnership, if you remember. And like, look at us now, right? 6 months later, and I can't wait for like a year and 2 years later to like crush bigger numbers together. But yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I just can't wait for the next steps.
Thank you, Chloe.
Of course. All right. Cheers.